Can you tell me a little bit about why you served and why it's important for people to serve our country?
Well, it's important to serve because we need to defend ourselves. And what was the rest of the question?
Why did you serve?
I was drafted.
Okay. And how old were you when you were drafted?
18.
18 years old. Wow. What was your role?
I was a private ground pounder, and if we had problems, I helped take care of it. And sometimes I was a prisoner of war guard, and we shipped the Korean and Chinese prisoners back to North Korea.
Wow. Thank you so much for your service. Why did you serve?
Because Uncle sent me a letter in the mail and said, "Dear sir."
Yeah. And why do you think people should serve our country?
Because we think it's our duty.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Frank. And why did you serve? Were you drafted?
No, I joined.
You joined?
I joined the Navy.
Mm-hmm. Were you pretty young when you did that?
Yeah, I was 18 years old.
Okay.
After that, we were told the war ended, the atomic bomb was used, and the war ended, and they told us that we had a choice to either get out or join for 6 years. Well, I didn't feel like joining for 6 years, and so I got released
Okay.
from Johnsville, is that Johnsville? Naval Base over in Willow Grove.
Willow Grove. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you went into teaching after that?
I went into teaching.
We set up the gunfire control, the direction where it went, how far it went, all those things. Had to do with the gunfire that we followed it up with.
And where were you stationed?
Different places on board the ship. For one, I was
Were you in the Pacific Ocean?
yes.
Yeah.
For Korea, we were in the Pacific.
Honolulu? Okay. And why did you serve in the military?
It seemed when I graduated high school, my relatives, my brother were in the service, and I joined the service.
Mm-hmm.
I wore glasses, so I couldn't get into the regular service.
Mm-hmm. Because of your eyesight?
Yes.
Yeah. So that determined what jobs you could do in the military?
What I did, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And why do you think people should serve our country?
It's a thing to do with this country. Should try to keep the country out of trouble, out of mischief, out of places.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about what you did as a dispatcher in the Army?
Well, I used to have to take care of all the scheduling for the maintenance of the vehicles, write the trip tickets for whoever they needed a vehicle for. We had a general that went out every day to the general, a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, And
Great.
so,
Thank you so much for your service. Why did you decide to join the military?
well, actually, I was drafted,
Okay.
but it was a pleasure to serve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody, it's a shame. I think they should have kept up the draft because I think there'd be less trouble in the world.
Yeah. If more,
That's my own personal feeling.
if more people would serve.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to learn to listen to commands, observe, and respect other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's lacking in today's society.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, the only language I really think that I had was Russian,
Mm-hmm.
Soviet Union.
And why did you serve in the military?
Why?
Why?
Something to do, I guess. You know, you just can't get bored sitting around the house all the time.
Yeah. So you didn't get drafted though?
No,
No. You signed up?
signed up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your service.
Bye-bye.
Well, it was a little scary at first because we had our own development, the women, away from the other Marines in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And so every woman had their own place to work, whatever they were doing. And my twin sister and I, they chose us to be in charge of the barracks, make sure that all the girls were at a certain place at a certain time,
Mm-hmm.
and bed check and all that.
So you and your twin sister were stationed together?
Yes,
And where were you?
in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
And that was during World War II?
Yes.
Wow. And why did you serve in the military?
Well, we were working at home in a factory, and it was rather dull. And we were young,
Uh-huh.
and we saw these women Marine on the streets, and then we said, why don't we join the Marines? And that's how it happened, just like that.
Wow. How long did you serve?
About 2 years.
2 years.
Mhm.
Wow. Thank you so much for your service. Why do you think people should serve our country today?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they must want to do it. And after all, what else would we want to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's a good job.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I had to set up the mortar, and for they give us a distance, and that I had a tripod with the tube on there, and there was I had a level. There was a level, and that's how we set the distance of the mortar shell traveling.
Wow. And you did that during World War II?
Yes.
And where were you stationed?
In Italy,
Italy.
the Italian campaign.
Okay.
Fifth Army.
Fifth Army in Italy. Well, thank you so much for serving. Why did you serve in the military?
Naturally, I said I was drafted, but that's the way it is.
Yeah. Why do you think it's important for people to serve their country today?
I think every young man should put at least 1 year of service in.
And why do you think that?
Good for him.
Yeah?
It's good for him.
What did you learn from the experience?
Well, I grew up.
Matured you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to, right?
When they're shooting at you, you grow up
Yep,
fast.
yep, you had to. Yep. Well, thank you for your service, Frank.
You're welcome.